Good afternoon. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. I'm DJ Moises. Today we shine the spotlight on a Cebuano whose voice carried him from local stage to the national stage. But this story is not just about competition. It's about courage. It's about growth. It's about what happens after the music fades and the lights dim. This afternoon, we get to know the artist, the dreamer, and the journey of Jan Echavarria. Good afternoon, John. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, DJ. Thanks for having me in your show. What an honor.
Yes, and maybe you'd like to greet your friends.
Yes, hi guys. I'm finally here. Sa mga nanonood diha, paminaw lang mo and enjoy.
Yes. Sige, so just as what we mentioned when you arrived, we actually stalked your socials. No?
Oh, my God.
And we found out, and I found out that you studied business as
Yeah.
your undergrad, no? So what drew you from commerce to the entertainment world of singing and theater?
Ever since I was 9 years old naman yun, sir, I've been singing. Katong taas pa kay kog tingog, very pre-puberty. I've been singing na gyud, even like girl songs. Mao na akong gipanganta before, and I was heavily influenced gyud by my grandfather. So kanang heavily influenced jud ko music ever since, and wala gyud na siya nawala sa ako ang life. So until naabot na ako college, and even in my adulthood.
And so, how did you mentioned your grandfather, no? How did your
Mm.
grandfather influence you, no, to be into music?
I remember when I was a kid, he would always play guitar. He'd sing like mga very old songs, and he was the very first person who taught me vibrato. So mao na siyang murag unsaon din ang pag-uyog-uyog sa imong voice low, and then mao na din to.
So, was he also a professional singer or he was just singing as a hobby?
Singing as a hobby lang gyud. Ang lolo.
So, during that year or that stage in your life, did you already dream of becoming a professional singer one day and eventually be at the national stage?
Yes. Growing up, I've been really a mura ambisyoso na jud ko nga bata ever since, kanang hilig ko ganang magtan-aw og mga movies, mga performance online, and then I always envisioned myself nga one day I'll be singing in the TV, like, or performing, or sharing my talent. So wala gyud siya nawala gyud for me.
And how is your family supporting you in this ambition?
Akong mom lang yun. She has always been very supportive. Bisan bata pa kay ko. She was the one who always pushed me nga go enroll enroll na ako sa mga voice lessons when I was a kid. She'd always push me to join mga singing contests, even in like school, or even when I was in the States. So siya good ang like very supportive na ako good.
You mentioned that you were in the States because that's the part in your socials that we did not completely understand. So did you grow up in the US?
I studied high school there, middle school
Ah,
and high school.
middle school and high school
Yes.
because
Didto man akong stepdad before, and then ako mampod. So nadala mi niya before ato. So yeah, I studied there.
so well, a lot of people would say, no, that the best among the best singers in the country are in Cebu. No?
Uh,
So how is your being a Cebuano influence your music?
Siguro like the people I hang out with, or like mga my influences, because most of my friends are singers really. But the thing is, I never really consider myself as a contisero. Like I don't like before I get scared singing on stage, or join singing contest, kay I always see it as it's always birit, it's always high notes. But learning that's not always the case. Kanang as long as you can tell a story through your singing, you can perform well, and just have that confidence ba, and kana like maunang nag-push lang yun ako always.
And speaking of stories and singing and the relationship of both, we'll play a little bit of a game.
Okay.
We will exercise your vocal
Oh my god.
variety or your singing skills, no?
Okay.
So I have here kanang situations,
Sige, sir.
and then uh, if you can link a song to this particular situation, you may want to share, no, a line or two or three from that particular song.
Okay.
So ready.
Ready.
So we just ended Valentine's, so I hope it was a happy Valentine's to everyone. But I think that's not necessarily the case. No, it's not for all. So if there's somebody, a viewer, who is going through a heartbreak, no, what would be that song that you would sing to that person?
Let Me Be the One by Jimmy Bondok.
Sige, let's do this.
Let me be the one to break it up so you won't have to make excuses. We don't need to find a setup where someone wins and someone loses. We just have to say our love was true, but it's now become a lie. So I'm telling you, I love you one last time. And goodbye.
I can actually, although I'm not an expert when it comes to singing, but it sounded like you were formally trained, no? So how did that contribute also to your natural singing talent? Because I can see that you have techniques, no? You're able to decide whether this is the birit part or you'll just
Ooh,
use your falsetto. So how
falsetto.
did you learn those techniques?
Um, I think because I was in choir when I was in the States, middle school and high school. So that contributed in the way I sing now. Siguro ano siya sir, from my choir experience and then going back to Cebu and being in Center for Pop Music Philippines before. So I always kanang tigkanta na jud ko when I was 9. I like kanang I mubirit na ko before, but being in Center for Pop Music and then the theater training, mas na hone ako ang craft and then anong mas na improve na akong skills and as well with the confidence po. So, ano siya sir.
And then it looks like you're able to exercise them now that you've chosen the path to pursue singing. So now the next situation, wow, this is also another hugot, no? How
Ooh,
about a song for somebody who loved deeply but wasn't chosen? Wala gipili.
wala gipili. Wala gipili at the end of the day, mura gibiyaan
Mm.
na kuan. Siguro The Ones We Once Loved by Ben and Ben. Kuan sana eh. I apologize for coming into your life just to break your heart in pieces and then leave you in the night. I tried my best to stay by your side, but who knew the rolling pieces would reveal that sometimes we are meant to be the one. But goodbye to the ones we once loved.
Yeah. No.
Murag ngano siya. Like, manakit ka siyang song yun.
So this is, I think this song is from the perspective of somebody who broke the heart of that person, no? Na ni Asa. Anyway, sige, let's go back to technique, no?
Sige, sir.
I don't know what's the term for that, but how do you control your voice in such a way that you are still able to hit the high notes, but you are not shouting, no? Like people like
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Kuan, breathing lang yun
Breathing.
siya, breathing technique and then sa diaphragm lang yun siya. Like if you try to hit a note or like when you try to belt a note, don't use your throat like ayo siya kanang just breathe normally and then kanang get the air from your stomach, from your diaphragm. In that way, mas healthy ang gawas sa sound ba, mas full. So
By the way, because you've also, aside from your natural singing talent, you've mentioned that you also went through voice lessons.
yeah.
What are your thoughts about people who do not necessarily sing very well, but wants to sing decently?
Yeah.
How can a voice lesson help them?
I think a voice lesson can help them in like sa tone nila. Like some people might not have like a good voice, pero when if you enroll yourself sa mga voice lesson, matune ra siya. Dili na kayabag paminawon ba? Dili na kayabag paminawon or nindot ra paminawon. Even the simplest songs you can sing, makagain na kag confidence ana when you sing in the karaoke or something. As long as nakastono, dili nakakanang like yabag.
Okay.
Maka-help siya actually nga na siya.
When we say, I hope this will not get me into trouble, but when we say yabag, these are kanang people who are tone deaf, no?
Yes, tone deaf or wala sa tono, you know?
So kana that's already hard for a voice lesson to calibrate, no? No?
Well,
Or do these people still have a chance to at least
na
sing kanang according to the tune?
the tune or the key
Or the key, I think
or
that's the one, the
or
key.
the capability sa ilang range sa ilang mga voices. So,
Oh, okay. Sige, I'll ask you later about the range. But sige,
Sure.
karon, the next one. A song for someone, or this one, moving forward na. A song for someone trying to move on.
oh my God, I'm trying to move on. Help me, sir. What song?
Oh, go on. I have
Trying to-
already moved on.
Trying to
So I
move
don't
on.
need
Trying
help.
to move on.
Okay.
What ko ma-think a song lagi right now?
Ah, sige, kanina lang.
Trying to move on.
Sige. Song for a friend who fell in love with a friend.
With a friend. Ay, gani.
Okay.
Daghag mga murag mga and it's kani okay rani.
Sige.
Michael Pangilinan pare mahal mo raw ako. Yan ang sabi mo raw nang minsan ay malasing tayo. Hindi ako iiwas, di lalayo sa'yo. Pare, pag-usapan natin to. Wala namang mababago sa pagtingin ko sa iyo. Pero kaibigan lang ang pwede kong ialay sa iyo. At kung higit pa ron, pasensya na di ko makakaya. Pare, kaibigan lang kita. Friend, you can... oh.
Sige. So, the way you sang the song, I'd like to now integrate katong what you mentioned earlier about how a voice lesson can help a person with his or her range. How can a voice lesson do that?
By belting. Na siya actually you can search like sa YouTube mga vocal warm-ups or vocal exercises that can help your range, sir. Like you can sing like sa mga like or like do re mi. So you can start with the lowest note and then yes, normal ra na nga mapiyok, normal ra na nga murag mosyagit ka until such time nga murag healthy na paminawon or dili na siya strain sa paminawon or dili na siya sakit paminawon, and then you can start na exploring mga songs nga hala kani siya nga range pwede nako ni. So mga vocal warm-ups.
And then, is it true? Because I've also heard about singers who would immerse themselves in a drum of water until the throat, and then they sing, and that's how they said to have developed a very wide range of voice. Is there truth to that?
Somewhat different man ang mga process or mga different ang mga ways gyud sa mga each singer. Like I had a friend from the Clash. Iyang style is she always drinks a ice cold Coke before singing. It might be performance or singing competition or any kuan mo inom gyud siya very cold Coke. So I'm like, "Hala, how does that work?" It works for her, so it might not work for me, but it works for her. So different gyud siya, sir.
Ikaw, what's your ritual man before you sing?
I don't eat.
Ah, you don't
I
eat.
don't eat. I need to murag kanang walay sulod akong tiyan or just water. Okay, when I eat or even a single meal, I feel very bloated. So murag I can't breathe na hinuon when I sing. So yeah, I don't eat. I wait until mahuman ang event and then
So,
I eat.
for example, if the event is in the evening, when would be the last time that you would normally eat?
Probably like 5 or 4, 4 or 5, and then the
Okay.
rest.
So that means it's like you're going to skip dinner first,
Yeah.
perform, and then have your
Yes.
dinner later.
Water,
Sige.
water na lang.
Or water.
Yeah.
Sige. Now, this one is a song. Sige. For someone who would say, I'm over it, but in reality, he or she is not yet over.
I'm almost over you. I'm almost would be blue. I'm not sure sa lyrics, pero mga akong nitings akong,
Okay. Sige.
yeah,
So you've mentioned earlier nga kanang singing is also
telling,
storytelling.
yeah.
So how do you normally train for a song, no? Do you go by the lyrics first or do you go by the musicality first?
I go by the lyrics first actually. Like each stanza or kuan, I try to relate myself anang nga kuan, or even if I don't relate, I try to look for a situation in my life that kind of relate to that. It doesn't have to be exact. Same na sad na siya in theater. So just it's kind of same with theater as well. Every time I sing or for an event, I try to connect to the song, not just like sing it, you know.
Sige, now speaking of connecting to the song, hopefully for this one, because I think earlier you were not able to relate to being over, but it's not, no? But how about this one? Maybe you are at this face, just kidding. Someone who just said, last na jud ni.
Last na jud ni. Last na jud ni. Kadahag daghang gikog song nga gipang think. Help me, sir.
I also don't know how to help you.
Last na jud ni, last na jud ni, last na jud ni. Nah, okay mag-think right now, sir.
Sige, sige. Let's go back to that situation. How about the one who still hopes? Hope in general, not necessarily love, but hope can also be about an achievement of a dream.
Kuan siguro, The Impossible Dream by Luther Vandross. Sa una na eh. Sa una kalimutin ko.
To dream the impossible
To
dream.
dream the impossible dream, to fight the impossible foe, to ride the unbearable sorrow, and to run where the brave did not go. This is my quest, to follow that star. Ooh, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause.
Okay, sige. So, y- how does a singer memorize or internalize the lyrics, especially for example if you are singing in an event? By the way, what's the most number of songs you were asked to sing in a particular event? Let's start from there.
Just a normal event.
Yeah, or the most number, so kanang one after the other
One after the
successive
other.
songs.
5.
A 5. So how do you normally internalize the lyrics of those 5 songs to make sure that you are able to memorize them, no, when you
Yeah.
are performing?
I try to gauge like the audience lang yun, sir. Like if I'm required to sing this type of song, um, ako lang yun ako i-hype akong self, and then I try to prepare songs that I'm very confident na. So that I don't tend to like miss a lyric or anything like that. But if that happens, show must go on lang yun gihapon. So
So did that, aside from today, did that happen to you previously also in some of your singing engagements?
always gonna sir
Always.
maka-miss og lyric or makamugna kag word or anything like that. It always happen yun kay even though you've been singing this song for thousands of times, naadji mga moments nga like especially live when you're singing on stage and then the lights are very bright, ma-distract ka, mawa ka ano nga word, and then magpadayon jud gyapon gani. Don't highlight your mistake. Kana na lang.
So do you still feel nervous during a performance?
Yes.
And what's your, because maybe some of our viewers who also wanted to become a professional singer now, like you, what would be the technique that you can teach them so that they are still able to control their nervousness and still be able to perform well in spite of that?
Um, that little pep talk lang yun every performance before the performance. Pep talk and then just ginhawa lang yun.
When you say pep talk from yourself to yourself? Or?
From myself to myself like
Okay, why? What do you normally tell yourself?
is mga inside voice like okay ra na dyan, okay ra jud kanang okay ra ni uy, just enjoy. You've done this a lot of times. Just enjoy, just enjoy. Ano lang na, sir.
So speaking of enjoy, the next song is maybe after, no, but not during. So
Yeah.
this is a song for someone starting over.
And now we're starting over again. It's not the easiest thing to do. My lover and friends, we are starting over and over again.
Sige, and then to end this part of the segment, you've
Yeah.
mentioned that your mother was the one who is most supportive. Can you tell also the story about how your mother has been supporting your dream?
Ever since I was a kid, yun sir, never yun na siya nag-push nga mauning buhata, this and that, or she never pressured me to become someone na I'm not really happy ba. So ever since siya ang nag-push, okay, you like this, okay, I'm gonna enroll you to this. There's a show for this. Go bisag lagyo mi. Even now, like lagyo mi ni mama.
Your mother is where?
She's in the States right now.
She's in the States. So you're alone here in Cebu.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
continue.
Kana like even she's far, she's very supportive gihapon. I always update her, hey, I have this event or I have this and that. I'd always share her clips of my mga events, performances. So in that way, like mahappy ra gyud gyapon siya ba?
So, di ba you mentioned that you were in the States in high school?
Yeah.
And then your stepfather and your mother are based there. And I thought you came back with your mom, but you just came back by yourself. So what brought you back to Cebu?
I came back here with my parents, Jude. And actually, it's a very long story. Long story short, I overstayed my kuan here, so that's why. And then I decided to just continue na lang my studies here, and then kay it's not easy in the States, good. Even before katong while she was a single mom pa atong a time. Um,
So she met your stepfather while both of you were there.
yeah.
Okay, continue.
So nakathink na lang ko nga okay, I'm just gonna stay here kay dili na kanang it's not easy, heavy siya for my single mom to take care of my studies, college, even after that, if sa States. So mao to naka-decide na lang ko nga okay, I'm just gonna stay here.
You have brothers and sisters also?
I have a little sister in the States, and then my brother here. My brother is here in Cebu.
Okay. So both of you came back together, or you were here first and then your brother
Together.
next? Together.
Yeah.
Your brother also sings?
He sings. He sings sometimes. Yeah, he sings.
I would assume that when you said earlier that it was your grandfather, it's your grandfather from your mother's side.
From my mother's side, yes.
Your mother also sings.
Cutesy type of singing, ganang sweet, ana.
Pero she did not go through, she did not have a dream to become a professional singer.
Oh no.
Okay. But anyhow, but the reason why I was asking about your mom, because the last request here is a song for your mother.
Ooh. Oh my God. Kuan siguro. Okay mating, kuan na sa mating. Dagan kay kog kuan mating
Maybe
pero
our viewers no can
help me
help.
guys. Siguro kuan ako ma-think pirmi nga song nga iyang kantahon is
Ana na lang, sige.
kuan,
Song that reminds you of your mom.
but it's completely different meaning. Katong unsa man to nga song eh? Nakalimot na sa sir.
Okay.
My gosh. Should have prepared for mga songs.
Yeah. Maybe I can actually see that some of our friends in the tech room may have their own requests, but we'll
Oh, of
sige,
course.
we'll ask you about they have Mapa?
Mapa SB19.
Ah, you know Mapa?
I know Mapa pero wala kay ko naka-memorize sa Mapa. But I love that song.
Oh, sige, kanina lang there before we close na lang. This segment.
Yeah.
What's the song that you love the most? Your favorite song in short.
Taller, Stronger, Better by Guy Sebastian. Sige. Now I can live again. I have been chosen to run with the wind. I can go higher. I know I will soar. I'm taller, I'm stronger, I'm better than before.
Cool. Sige. Thank you for for your candor in terms of facilitating or going through our song requests,
sir.
given a particular situation. But now let's move forward. You also are or were into theater. Is that true or not?
Yes, yes,
So you still are or you were?
I'm still am, yes.
Sige. So how did this path also start?
It started with me being in awe with this mga Cebuano artists here in Cebu, like Jackie Chang or Kurt Fick. I was watching a show bang magkuyawaan nino ka ng mga Bisaya songs, and then I was introduced na dayon to Sir Jude Gitamondok, Gugmang Giatay the musical. So this time, during that time kay mauni nga time nga hala how kanang eager kay ko ba, I have eager ko nga like how do you get into that, mga Bisaya songs, right? Mga Bisaya songs
Maybe you
before.
can give us a sample. No?
Mga like bisan pa ug may lain ka na karon, ikaw lang gihapon ng higugmaon. Those type of songs like Hahasula. So actually Sir Jude Gitamandok made a musical out of all these Bisaya songs before, and then I auditioned mao tong pinaka first na ako nga theater experience. I auditioned and then I got the lead role. I was still this really like timid, shy guy before, and then because of theater kay murag in other words ni baga nang naong ba.
I do know some of Jude Gitamundok's song. No?
Yeah.
You know In Another Lifetime?
No.
Okay, sige.
I'm gonna listen to that later.
Oh, sige. But you also wrote at least two Cebuano songs that was sung by a Manila artists, no? But I can't remember the title. But anyhow, sige. So, how did theater eventually influence your singing?
More on siguro on the projection, and how you perform gyud a song kay lahi kaayo ang pop singing versus theater singing. Kay theater singing you need to like project well. You need to sing as if katong tiguang in the very back of the room can hear you, can feel you. Whereas pop singing you just perform, you just perform, you feel yourself and then mana. Theater is telling a story not just by singing, by nagyud siya story all throughout.
Does that mean that there is more birit when it comes to theater performance so that you could reach the person on the back end of the room?
Yes. Yes. Projection lang jud gyapon siya. Even just performing a monologue, you have to project, not just singing. Mm-mm.
Okay, so what scares you more? Because you said that you are also just like most of our viewers who are nervous,
Yeah.
during a performance. What scares you more, acting or singing?
Singing. Singing jud gyapon sir kay even though singing is my first love,
Mm.
sometimes not all songs will fit your voice or not all songs will dili mo feel. So kana I still have those moments nga hala makuan ba abot ba nako ni or like makaya ba nako ni or ma-achieve ba nako ang requirement or vocal requirement for this song. So those are the question that goes through my mind every time nga I'm introduced to a new song to perform. So yeah, acting you can acting it takes time eh. For acting it takes time for internalization. You have to dig deep in yourself, and then when you're ready, you can perform that. But with singing, yeah,
Do you also dream of performing one day in Broadway, for example?
of course. I mean,
What would be, if given the opportunity, what would be that play and what character?
Les Miserables.
Uh,
Les
the
Miserables.
character of,
The character of um Mario Mr. Marius.
and then sige daw, if imagine yourself auditioning for
Mm-mm.
that role today, what would be your song choice?
I know one line.
Sige.
Um Hearts full of love, hearts full of song. I'm doing everything all wrong. Oh God, for shame, I do not even know your name. Marunong ako ba? Sorry.
Okay. Sige.
Yeah.
So, how do you prepare emotionally for a role?
How do I prepare emotionally for a role? I try to be vulnerable. I try to be vulnerable for that role, and then I try to dig deep. Kay as human, naturally we tend to be we tend to be defensive lang yun, like sa life, like okay murag maka-feel kog vulnerability ani, no, I'm strong, di ko ganan magpadala. But in theater you need to strip yourself down good, you need to dig deep asa ka vulnerable para ma-apply na nimo sa imong character where the emotional requirement is needed. So you need to hurt yourself well, actually daghag there's a lot of acting choices, but those that is one of my choices, sir.
Sige daw, because you've mentioned about kanang hurt. How does hurt, or how does the emotion of being hurt make a better performer? And before you answer that, because there's something about you said that reminded me, because I used to compete classical piano when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
So I did not have any heartbreaking experiences at that time.
Okay.
And my coach actually said that by the time you will be in your 20s and you've already experienced being heartbroken, you will play this song, this music differently. Does that relate to singing, and how does a hurt make a person even a better singer?
More truthful. Your performance will become more truthful. It will not come off as performing na. Um, even the first line siguro or the first stanza, people will be just masabtan dayon ka ba? And you yourself as a performer, ma-feel na nimo nga, hala, I'm not performing anymore.
So meaning you're able to connect
Yes.
to a song in the same way that a person who's been hurt is able to connect better to another person. Sige, when you're hurting, sige daw be,
Hala.
what song do you normally sing? Nibalik yapon ta sa katong segment.
What song do I normally sing? Mga maoy songs, sir.
Like,
Mubalik jud ko because I remember my heartbreak before, like years ago. Kana The Ones We Once Love, Leaves by Ben and Ben. I'm a huge Ben and Ben fan.
maybe you can sing a line or two about leaves. Sige daw.
Leaves will soon grow from the bareness of trees, and all will be alright in time. Wala na ibawas.
Sige, so you were also in season 7 or the Clash of
Yeah, the Clash.
2025 on the GMA Network Singing Competition, the
Yes.
Clash, no? So when the decision, oh, by the way, how did you get into the show first? What
There,
was the path you went through, no, to get there?
I just saw an audition post online, and then my friend from an agency chatted me, "Hala, kanang you should try out for this." And then ako naadyo na sa akong utok nga I really want to try a kanang mu appeal og television show, kasi I've been trying for a while now, and then mao jud na akong ganang mga bucket list, mga I will try a singing competition because I never consider myself jud a contesero. So when I saw that post, I secretly auditioned here, and mauto ka ng nadawat, like like ako ra gyud sa Cebu, out of all atong mga Cebuano nga ni edition, ako ra gyud from Cebu ang na call back. So that was a really exciting experience for me.
And can you share again the song that you sang and one of the highlights, no, of the show?
You Are My Song. Mao ganun, like birit ka siya. You Are My Song by Eric Santos. Um How can I, each time I sigh, each time I say, you say goodbye, you were there. You look my way, I touch the sky. We can share tomorrow and forevermore. I'll be there to love you so. You are my song.
You obviously can sing very well, but you mentioned
Thank
that
you,
you're
sir.
not a contesero. Why is that so?
I'm not a contestero in terms of I don't really beat it that much, jud, sir, or I don't have that kanang baol of songs per se. Kay
Why not?
I don't know, like, cause like I have friends nga that does sing competitions for a living, and then maong murag hasa na kay sila. Ako I sing because I love singing, and I sing for events, mga pageants and all, but like to sing like ng competition ba, and then knowing nga daghan kay mga maayo in Cebu, murag I told myself nga murag okay, diri lang ko. Comfortable ako diri. Theater, you know.
Why
But
not?
I don't know, sir. Murag kuan dili jud ko siguro, like dili lang jud ko pang competition yun.
Sige, so when the decision was announced, after you sang that song, what was the very first thought that came into your mind?
Like wow, it's happening. And funny thing is, I was in Thailand during the announcement nila kung because after the callback atong nagmanila na ko, I waited like a month, or yeah, I waited a month, and then to get jud like the final kanang kuan gud ba kanang announcement. So relax na lang ko, ay wala na siguro to eh. So I was in Thailand, I was in a coffee shop, and then nanawag sila kalit Zoom pa jud to. So mao na din to kanang John, you made the cut, blah blah blah, and then mao to. Then I cannot murag syagit ato kay I was in a coffee shop, pero like wow, it's happening. I'm gonna be on TV ganang in a competition. It happened. So grateful kay ko ato nga time.
And sige, and then how do you, because a lot of our viewers also who have dreams, no, of pursuing the same path that you are pursuing, how do you protect your confidence as an artist? Because that's very important.
Yeah. I try to not really compare myself to others. I try to stay in my lane. I focus on my strengths and work on my weaknesses, and then practice. Like practice lang jud gihapon, and Because every day you have room to improve, and yeah.
And then you mentioned that you're not a contestero. Was that your first competition ever?
Yes, on TV, yes.
And how did the experience change the way you see yourself?
I na-change siya in terms of like less doubts na ko. See, nabuhat ni mo on TV, nakabirit ka on TV, na sing nimo imong song cleanly. That's kanang mabuhat pa na nimo dyan. So parang every time, like same with theater, kanang just go for it ba, like kanang naog imong inhibitions and just go for it. So ano siya, sir, dili na ako magpadala sa mga
So are we going to see you more in competitions this time around?
wa pa ko'y masulti, but yeah, there's definitely on the works.
Sige. Now, there are also when people are pursuing this path, no, that's visible. There are also you will meet people who are supportive
Yeah.
and also people who are not, no. So, did somebody tell you in the past that this path is not going to work for you?
Yes, definitely. Like my friends, I know their intention is good. Like, ilang pasabot is wala dili gyud magdugay ning ingon ani, like sig kanta, but no, like as long as I can still do what I love and I can still sing while I'm young, I'm gonna do it because I love singing. It's a gift from God, and I want to still continue to share my talent and make other people like inspire para ma-inspire sila pud ba.
So if we go on the flip side, no,
Yeah.
if hypothetically, no, if singing will be taken away from you, so who would you be? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I'd still be myself, gyapon sir, because I'm like beyond, if singing was taken away from me, I can still, I can still act, I can still pursue any other things than singing. I can do modeling, I can do cooking.
Sige.
Sometimes, yeah.
So you've mentioned actually that this is part of who you are, but when you are not singing, what do you normally do?
Gym.
Jim. Okay. What's your profession aside from singing kana na lang?
I'm in the real estate industry. So I do sales. So in a way nagamit ra sa jud gyapon ako na akong pagkanta in closing sales kay when I meet clients, I sing to them. Yeah. So murag makuan sa nako sila ba.
So do you also consider eventually pursuing a musical career na gyud? Not competition, not theater, but the path of becoming a singer, no, like Eric Santos, for
Yeah.
example.
If given the chance, yes. Because right now I'm still learning how to write. With the mentoring of Sir Jude Gitamondok, yeah, I'm still learning how to write my own songs, and hopefully in the near future I can produce my own songs na gyud. So
Do you also upload your covers if ever you do on YouTube, for example?
yeah, I post mga short covers on my Instagram. Yeah,
Instagram. Okay.
Instagram.
Maybe you can tell our viewers where to find you on IG.
Sure. Hi guys. Follow me on Instagram. That's at J Echavarria. JECHAVARRIAA. So J Echavarria.
So now they know where to find you. So
Yes.
5 years from now, where do you see yourself standing? 5 years from now.
5 years from now, I see myself performing lang jud gihapon. My businesses will be successful. Mga endeavors na ko nga, in terms of business, investments, but that's besides na kuan. But yeah, I still see myself performing lang jud gihapon nationally, and I believe internationally.
internationally.
Yes.
Sige. And then you've mentioned that there also you have some friends who are not supportive, no,
Mm.
of this path, but you're also convinced that it's because they are looking out also for what they think was good for you.
Yeah.
But why do you think also that singing is really worth investing your time and your life?
Because I think if you just keep on showing up, something will click. Keep showing up and something will click, and that's a God-given talent, man, good for me. So I don't see the point of giving it up or stop pursuing what you love doing. So yeah, that's just sir.
And then for Kwan, I'm just down to my last two questions na
Sure.
lang, and maybe a request now. So, what defines this particular chapter that you are in today?
Grateful. Like one word to ano my the chapter I am in right now in my life is grateful because 5 years ago I wouldn't see myself nga still be singing kay naligi the pressure in life, the age that you're at, it pressures you to be this, to be that, for you to have this and that by a certain age. But now in my age now, and I still get to do what I love and still pursue the things because I can. I'm grateful to that, sir.
And if there's something that you can leave our viewers know
Mm.
aligned to where you are right now, what song will that be?
Hmm. It'd still be Climb Every Mountain by Guy Sebastian. Climb every mountain, forge every stream, follow every rainbow until you find your dream. Ano, sir?
Sige. Thank you very much, John,
Thank
for
you.
joining us
Thank
this
you.
afternoon and for sharing not just your voice, but also your journey and also your story. No.
Thank you.
So this afternoon, we were reminded that beyond every stage performance is discipline, sacrifice, and heart. And beyond every competition is a dream that keeps moving forward.
Yes.
I'm DJ Moises. This has been Beyond the Headlines. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.